We hear it all the time. Manifest your best life. Do this and this will come to you. Do that and you'll attract that to you. And I am all on that manifestation tip. One of the very first things you need to do when you're learning how to manifest your life is understanding energy, understanding how to clear your energy and how to keep your energy clear so that you can provide the path to manifest the things that you desire in your life. This is Dr. Danileeharris, and again, thank you for joining me at the table of truth. Stay tuned for this video. You don't want to miss this one. What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining me again at the table of truth. This is the place where we talk about the truth, nothing but the truth, and I help you find your true truth. We are talking tonight about energy and protecting your energy. There are a lot of people out here on these YouTube streets that are talking about manifestation. You see it all over Facebook. You see it all over Instagram. There's a lot of mentors and a lot of motivators out here telling people, how to manifest their best life. And I am on that same tip. However, doing things a little bit different, because a lot of times we want to do something, but we haven't cleaned house. So, meaning I can go ahead and build a house around a pile of garbage, and it'll still be a house, but there's still a pile of garbage in the middle of the house. So the exterior looks really good, but the interior is really dirty and grimy. And my job here as the truth whisperer is to help us clean out the dirt and that pile of dirt that we leave as we try to build the outside of our house. The outside being our physical being, and the pile of dirt being our insides, the part of us that we are dealing with in life that we are trying to clean up, which is looking in the mirror and seeing our authentic self and the things that we do not like, changing those things. And so a lot of my videos talk about us doing just that, cleaning out our insides. This one is a little bit different in that I'm talking about you watching your outside. So protecting your energy is watching who you are around and who is around you. I'll say that again, who you are around, because this is all part of your energy. We pick up on other people's energy. I don't know if this has ever happened to you where you went past a person or you was around a person and you felt some type of way. You just felt something. You wasn't sure what that something was, but you just felt something. I remember being in a grocery store. It was a long time ago, and I was with my son, my younger son. And when I went in this store with my son, he was probably 4 or 5 years old at the time. And this guy walked past me with a little girl. And it was such a strong feeling that I got from this guy just walking past me that I had to stop with my son, and I turned around and I looked at the guy, and he wasn't paying me no mind, and he kept walking, but it was such a heavy, dark feeling. And I don't know what that was about. I really don't. Then, if I knew then what I know now, I probably would have been able to discern exactly what that feeling was. But that's because we go all nothing but energy, and we're made up of energy, and we have energy forces around us. And you protect your energy by, number one, watching who you are around. Who's in your circle? Who's around your circle? Are you around people that's draining your energy? People that, and when I mean draining your energy, it's like they take, is what you could do for them all the time. But they're not making any deposits, so to speak, in your life. But you seem to always be the one that they withdraw from. Whether it's an ear, whether it's hanging out and going places, whether it's doing things for one another, or whatever it is, they just seem to be always the one receiving and you always the one that's giving. That is an energy sucker. That is a person that's sucking your energy right out from underneath you. All right? And then who are you letting, you're letting these people around you, because we have choices. And we can make the choice to not be around certain people, or certain groups of people for that matter. I choose to make sure that I watch. I'm actually pretty much a loner. I am. I have my really, really close-knit circle, and I have a lot of associates, quite a few buddies, but my inner circle is real tight, real tight. And I choose to do that because I don't want to contaminate my energy. As I'm living my best life and as I'm manifesting things in my life, I have to recognize that it's very important that I watch who is around me and whether or not these people are sucking the energy from me, or if I'm, or you could be the one sucking energy from somebody else. It doesn't have to be one-sided. But are you that person that's sucking energy from other people? Are you the one that's a taker and not giving or depositing in other people's lives? This is the part of us looking in that mirror and being honest with ourselves. This is the truth part right here. Be honest with yourself and be honest with the people around you. We have to watch who's around us. You got to understand the energy that's around you becomes your energy, and that's what you're attracting. For example, if you're around a whole group of drama-filled people, guess what? Your energy is going to be drama-filled, and your area, everything about your life will start to take and mimic that same type of look. It is so important, guys, that you watch who you're around, but also be honest with yourself about who these people are in your life and recognize what a real relationship means. And it could be a friendship, it could be a platonic relationship, it could be a non-platonic relationship, but be careful with that word relationship, because a relationship is two ways. It goes this way and that way. If there's only one person receiving, that's not a relationship. That's a usership. That's what I like to call a usership. Are you in a usership, or are you being the person that's doing that to someone else? Be honest. All right? And then once you have figured out who's around you and what they're bringing to the table, understand it's a give and take. The point of a relationship is for somebody to call you higher in life, in your life, and you to do the same. It's part of encouragement. It's not just hanging out and drinking and whatever y'all do when y'all do what y'all do as adult friends, That's not necessarily what it is. It's when the times get tough or you're facing a dilemma in your life and you need somebody to talk to. Can you reach out to these people? Or how about, they need somebody to talk to. Can they reach out to you? And on top of that, are you challenging them to be the better version of themselves? Are they challenging you to be a better version of yourself? That's what a relationship is about. No matter what type of relationship, that's what it's about. All right, the same thing if you have a employee and a boss. The boss's job is to develop the employee. And the employee, in turn, develops people around them like a mentorship program. That's how that's supposed to go. It doesn't always work that way, but that's how it's supposed to go. Know and protect your energy, because it is one of the most important things you can do in order to manifest your best life. You can't manifest and ask for things and your aura, your area, and your energy is dirty. You can't build that house around dirt and expect to have a clean house. That's not how it works. You have to clean out the dirt and then build the house. Start off with a clean foundation. We can do that by taking the time to be honest with ourselves. Look in that mirror and figure out what it is that you want to change and be. I did a video yesterday about procrastination. It was one of my biggest things in life. I didn't want to be a procrastinator anymore, so I decided that I wasn't going to be a procrastinator anymore, and I did those 3 steps to help me change that attitude and the way that I thought about things in order for me to do what I'm supposed to be doing. I said today, look, I at some point have to get a video in, and so I just put my 2.5-year-old baby girl to sleep, and I said, now it's time for me, and I promise you, because look, guys, I even got the monitor that's watching her room, but I said, okay, now it's time before it gets too dark, because I wanted to tape outside. I'm going to go ahead and go outside. I'm going to tape my video for the day. It's a matter of putting things into perspective. I have to protect my energy. I have to make sure that every day I'm doing something that's manifesting my best life. And for me, that's making sure that I keep you guys on your toes and help you become a better version of yourself, so you can in turn change your little world. And I don't mean little as in numbers, but your world. Everybody has worlds. There's over 8 billion people in the world. We all have our little worlds. And sometimes when we influence in those worlds, guess what? They're influencing their world. And that's how that goes. And that's how we change the world. It starts with us, and then it starts with our little world. And then it starts to manifest and flow over to other worlds. And that's how we actually hold each other accountable as human beings to live our best life and to do the things that we need to do in our life to become not only the better version of yourself, because the purpose of you becoming a better version of you is to in turn help someone else become a better version of them, because we're all interconnected. All right? Very important point. If you recognize that, and because we're interconnected and everything's energy, which is the reason why it's so important that you watch your energy and who's around you and who you are around. All right? If you have to, you don't have to be nasty, but you can slightly remove yourself from circles that you don't belong in. And you know when you don't belong in them. Why? You have this little thing inside of you called your gut. It's called the Holy Spirit. Some people call it the Spirit. Some people call it their intuition. That thing is always talking to you. And when it's always talking to you, it's actually giving you red flags, yellow flags, green flags all day long, every day. I promise you, if you just know how to listen. You have to learn to listen with that. I call it my sixth sense, because we have our five senses, and I call my spirit my sixth sense. And I've learned that if I listen to my sixth sense, then I will not make as many mistakes in my life, because that sixth sense is the mind that knows what's best for me. It's the mind before my brain starts thinking. That's why it's the first thought. It's before you start to rationalize. Think about it. When you say, I should have went with my first mind, it was a thought that popped up in your head, right? Where'd it come from? Your spirit guide, your sixth sense, your intuition. That came up to let you know, hey, I need for you to listen, look, watch, observe, do whatever. And people think sometimes that I'm psychic, and I don't have the psychic ability. That's not my gift. I don't have that. What I do have is a clear connection with my intuition, with my sixth sense, with my spirit guide. And because I have a clear connection, I listen to that first mind. A lot of times I know things beforehand because I have been warned, I have been flagged, I like to say. Learn how to do that. But again, in order to get to a place of peace, you have to find peace internally and externally. So don't be around people that drain you of your energy, because when they drain you of your energy, you don't have the energy to do the things that you're supposed to be doing to manifest your best life. That's very important. You can't do what you're supposed to be doing if you have energy suckers around you. You know, like the leeches that lock onto your skin and they suck the blood out of you. We have people like that. Some of us are people like that. Obviously, it's people. So, you know, sometimes we are the leeches, and sometimes we have people that's latched onto us. So you have to be honest, recognize what position you are in, and protect your energy, guys. It's simple. But until the next video, remember, guys, protect your energy, watch your circles, and that does mean sometimes removing yourself out of the place that you're in. You cannot control other people, but you can control yourself. Until the next video, guys, I'll catch up with you later.